Holiness, good evening. It's still 11:20. Early this morning was the new moon. Excuse me. This is the first time I've been live on Facebook in probably about a year. So let's see how this works. This is in regards to the post I just put up a few minutes ago. Heals Numerology for 11/21. And I'll read from what I wrote and throw cards and try and get this done as quick as I can before traditional stuff happens, such as Facebook messing with my sound and things like that. So 11/21/2025. And what I wrote up was, it's a justified world under control. We've justified being placed under control. We, the sheeple, could have the permission slip to institute prosperity and balance. And constitutionally, we do have that. You know, it tells you in almost every script in this country that if the government becomes tyrannical, it is your responsibility as a citizen to correct it. Yeah, see, they already messed with my connection. So we'll see how this goes. So it says we do have that, but we rather just sit around and bicker, bitch, gripe, and beg for more from the same enslaving systems simply because we have fear. We're scared of what would happen if we collectively try to come together to institute a change. And we've been placed into so much division that realistically it won't happen. We don't agree on anything. People don't agree racially. People don't agree in the subsets within their race. We don't agree on politics, which is part of the problem. You need to let politics go altogether. We don't agree on financial wants, needs. We don't agree on shit, bottom line. So 11/21/25, the fact that we can't agree on nothing, the fact that we can't see past our own egos to look at the bigger picture, means that we keep justifying everything that we get. And what do we have? A world that's under control. So we have a world that's placed under control. 11/21/2025. What does that mean? So it means the Tower. This is the Tower card. Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. The Tower card is in Kali Ma mode. Holy shit, people have been saying that for a long time. You know, hell, I've been saying that for well over a decade. Fuck it, feed Kali. Kali Ma energy really runs this. Kali Ma is a destructive side of, here's where I'll lose a couple of you, but I'll say it anyway. It's the destructive side of a masculine energy pretending to be feminine. You get it? Some people will call it Kali Shiva. It's Kali is Shiva's reflection in the feminine form. And other people from more ancient texts will call it the Kali Mata function, which is where Kali is a emanation of Lakshmi or Parvati, one or the other. So either way it go, when you look at it, no matter how she got there, the innate energy of Kali Ma is destruction. She is one step from destroying it all. Much like a Sekhmet type energy, she falls prey to a bloodlust. She gets to destroying so much shit that she won't stop destroying. We, without being disrespectful to the Kali energy, that's where we exist from. We have been shown so much destruction from destructive people who have been placed in positions of power that things won't stop being destroyed, even in the name of creation. We've allowed parasitic mindsets to infect everything and try and tell the infection what order is, that it is the only order for the day. The numbers on the card, 16, the Tower card. My potential, which is 1, belongs to 6, my foundation. The foundation, which you'll hear me say, is trauma, and traumas are just basically a marker for experience. Whether you see it as good or bad, it's still the experience nonetheless. So all my potential belongs to whatever experience I'm going through, and I'm trying to use that as a format to teach me order. But if the only thing I am ordering is more destruction because that's where I exist from, Houston, you have a problem. Again, that constitutes that fear that I was saying, is if you're already scared, because, and this will work with a lot of people, is they're scared to do something because they're scared they're going to lose control. Either they're going to lose control personally, or they're going to be met with so many people who are going to be so destructive that it won't be worth it. You get that tyranny in the form of martial law, things like that. I keep getting this slow connection thing, so I really need to hurry up. So if you're going to keep things at bay because they're scared of change, the things that keep things at bay get to institute any changes they desire. History shows that in the form of slavery. The slave master could do anything to the slave because the slave got to the point to where they were scared to do anything different because of the fear of reprisal. You were scared you was going to get hurt, so you sat there and got hurt. And the only person who benefited from it was the master. So 11/21/2025, who's your master? That which teaches you destruction. The other subset to that, 11/21/2025, and you have to understand this in what people ascribe to as astrology, based off of sun charts and things like that, the signs don't start on the same day every year. In a lot of charts, it's going to tell you that 11/21 is the first day for Sagittarius. Whether it is or whether it isn't is inconsequential, but for the purposes of this reading, it works. Tomorrow begins Sagittarius season. When I tell you Sagittarius season is the beginning of the master illusionist, is the person that keeps giving all their power to the illusion. It's a delusional motherfucker. So the justifying a world that's keeping you under control means you're a bigger part of the delusion. Again, 2020 showed us that too. You could clearly see something was going on. Everything wasn't what we were being taught and told, but you had more people operating out of fear that wanted to keep the lies that we were being told safe because they didn't want to have to face something different. So that delusional side of the Sagittarius energy, where I'm saying you will invest your energy in maintaining the safest form of creation, even if it's not safe, self-sabotage. So the subset to 11/21, where the Tower card has taken place, there will be some elements of self-sabotage coming to play tomorrow too. The cycles. This is the king of earth. This is the old school hermit. You are caught in your experiences and you're just trying to get through. What I just get through telling you, if the person that is putting you through experience is the only thing safe, you're always in danger and you're just trying to overcome the danger by giving whatever the strongest thought is all your power. You're already perfectly trapped. So from there, if you do the numerological breakdown of 11/21/2025, you'll end up with a 77. 77 is the master illusionist. I'm telling you, tomorrow begins Sagittarius season, and I always call Sagittarius the master illusionist or master spiritualist. That is master number 77. Tomorrow produces a 77. 77, the master illusionist, aka delusional motherfuckers. Welcome to Sagittarius season. Lots will be created as things continue to be destroyed. Remember, I'm telling you, all you got to do is get somebody to invest in what they want to see. And if they think that there's a benefit for them, they will jump headfirst into it and help create it. For years, I've been telling you about thought farming, thought subscription, predictive programming. It ain't even to the point to where people like to glamorize it and conspiracy level think it, oh, well, look what the Simpsons is doing that. They don't even need the Simpsons no more. We don't even need to tell you to watch the news no more. People have learned that the news is mass misinformation. You don't even need to do it because social media took the place of all of them. Nobody needs to invade your dreams and hypnotic suggest you. We don't need to subliminally stroke you. All you got to do is put something in front of you, and you've seen so much shit that's placed in front of you that you shit on yourself. 77. Everything you see around you is a part of the illusion, so much to the point to where you become illusional and delusional to yourself. All you see is deceit. All you see is the thought that ain't going to show you anything except for everything. It ain't going to show you you. It's just going to show you everything designed to keep you from seeing yourself. Hello, Oshun. Not only are in the Oshun function, you should be able to see yourself. You should understand the true vibration of love. You won't get that here. You've only been deceived. And like I told you in Sagittarius season, you're only going to be deceived into giving them thoughts all your power. 77, the master illusionist, the thoughts already got all your power. Moving on to that, the most dangerous thing with tomorrow, and which will be a lasting vibration probably for the next 30 days, is you get 5 ones. 11/21/2025 will produce 5 ones. I tell you, when you get to like say 3 numbers, 3 ones is a trap vibration. 4 ones is an infected vibration. 5 ones is a fatal infection. It is a fatal vibration. So 5 ones, fatal magic. 1 is illusions, 1 is potential, 1 is alchemy, 1 is your magic, 1 should be awareness, but that's a trick. So we'll understand it as magic, illusion, and alchemy, which is really the magician, the alchemist, and the illusionist is one and the same. It's just perspective. You're still lying. So 5 ones, fatal magic or deadly alchemy or traumatic potential. Remember, I'm telling you 1 is potential. Stuck in the spell of illusions that only reflect more illusions, that produce more illusions, that disperse into yet even more illusions. All you're doing is propagating more thoughts that have already deceived you. And so only thing you see is more thoughts that deceive you so much to the point, Jedi mind trick. You lie to yourself. Holy shit. 1111111. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Stop trying to find a way to rejoice in this world. Remember, tomorrow's the 21. Remember, the 21 is the world card where you're only connected to one of those ones. But there was 5 ones. Yeah, but I know I'm going to find the safest one that reflect me. Well, holy shit. If of 2 of the ones, the illusion itself, I tell you 11 is the illusion of separation, but there was 5 of them. 3 of them still got you messed up. What was the 3? Your thoughts. Holy shit. The 3 that is missing was really the 3 that you see. 2 plus 1 is 3. It's a Jedi mind trick. You have rejoiced in burning yourself as a phoenix, trying to teach yourself how to become the goddess. In that aspect of me telling you how to become the goddess, the creating point. The goddess is the force of creation. And you're here to discuss nobody's gender bullshit. You, as a feminine energy, force creation into being. So, fatal magic or deadly alchemy, you out here trying to rejoice in a world that only shows you more separation. Holy shit, there's 2 ones. But which one is me? Neither. So from there, what's going on, goddess? So from there, you go to 14. 11, 21, 20, 25 will produce a 14 if you add the numbers in right. So 14, what I wrote up says, patiently tempered into being patience, as in checked into a hospital. Patiently being tempered into being patience, needing patience, as in somebody just be gentle with me. So patiently tempered into being patience that need patience, yet in everything I just said, it's a sick form of Stockholm syndrome. You're waiting on the same shit that is giving you turmoil to show you peace. Y'all better stop that. Y'all better stop that. If you are waiting on what is showing you harm to also show you healing, you've already shown all of the healing to what's harming you. You've submitted. You've given space for a virus, waiting on it to become healing. It don't make sense. But until you get out of that self-sabotage mindset of being patient with people who have no patience for you, which when you start doing real work, when you start doing source work, you'll understand they ain't have shit to do with them. You'll understand when you start realizing that they didn't do that to you while you're in here, my dear goddess, troop, speaking to you soldier to soldier. Yes, I'm talking to you right now. When you realize that people that you give your energy only thrive off of taking your energy, and to be fair, speaking from source, it ain't even on that. They don't thrive from taking your energy. You just benefit from losing your energy into people who aren't a proper reflection of you. So if you just get used to dumping your energy into wasteful resources, the only person that can be held accountable at the end of the day is you. They just showed up and played the part that you hired them for. HIRED. You hired them to be a part of your shit show because you didn't HIGHER. You didn't hire yourself. Stop wasting energy with people who do not reflect everything that you want to see within yourself and start taking accountability for why you haven't found it within yourself. And I'm telling you this straight up. The moment you say that word, but, B-U-T, prepare to call yourself an ass. Prepare to call yourself an ass. Because as long as you got justification for why you are wasting energy, yet the energy you seek has not been found, Remember the initial thing I just said. You wasted your energy first. Everybody else is just showing up and playing your reflection. Been telling y'all this for well over a decade. I am the reflection of all things. I see shit that you don't want to know. And that's not trying to be all metaphysical. I see shit that you don't want to know. I see parts of you that you don't want to see within yourself because you choose to exist from your traumas. You cannot exist from your traumas. You have to exist from your whole self and then realize why your trauma self has so much energy. Why does your trauma self have so much energy? Because you have been deceived. You like it, but you're getting a spanking because you have to give yourself permission to be still. Speaking to you directly. You have to give yourself permission to be still by stopping to rejoice in all the things that have burnt you. You have to stop giving so much energy into things that don't allow you the safe space to be you. Because once you stop giving energy into the things that you think don't allow you safe space, you have to come into realization that, holy shit, it was just me. I was stealing from myself. Too scared to be still. Too scared to just stop and just be, that I had to keep deflecting my energy into anything that represented a struggle. It is a traumatic muscle memory that I've been talking about for a long time. Everybody does it. It's just that you have to become better about it when you see that you're being bad at getting good at it. Did you catch that? When you're getting good at just letting everything pull you apart, that is a clear sign that, holy shit, I need to sit my punk ass down and get my shit together. When everything is working you, it is a clear sign that you have not worked for yourself. You are rejoicing in that Phoenix bullshit. And I tried to teach y'all this for years. That Phoenix is not a good thing anymore. We have been supposed to have been out of that Phoenix cycle since 2018, metaphysically speaking. From my points of awareness, by 2018, we were supposed to let that Phoenix shit go. Yet, what do you see? Everybody running around here, I'm a Phoenix and I can do this and I can do that. Holy shit, then why are you crying at night? Why are you so angry? Because you're using Phoenix energy. You're using regurgitated traumatic ass experiences. You're using regurgitated traumatic ass experiences and expecting healing from it. You're playing in poison ivy and wondering why you itching. You got to stop. So that 14 where you are patiently just pulling from the same shit that is pulling you apart, it's what you keep embracing. The thought, remember I told you the thought only wants to deceive you. The thought wants you to pay more attention to it than you are paying attention to yourself. Somebody who is always backbiting and trying to get your energy is only wanting you to pay more attention. It's just like a child. They only want your attention. Mama, 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 mama. What, child? Got you. That's how you have to start looking at adults. But you also have to look at yourself like that too. Holy shit, why am I so easily moved? Why am I so easily moved? Holiness Goddess. This is not a whooping. This is a hug. This is a hug. So it's the shit you embrace. If the thought only wants you to move, if you are only being moved by your thoughts, you have no stillness for yourself. I already said that, right? If you are being moved by everything that somebody else is thinking or saying or doing, you don't have you. You're only embracing everybody around you that is taking your energy. What's 3 plus 5? 8. Struggle. You're struggling with the thought in your head that is trying to tell you, holy shit, I skipped this. You see this 3? You see this 3? That's the genie. 33 is the genie. What's going on, everybody? So 33 is the genie. 33 is the number of experience. 33 has nothing to do with no fucking Kundalini or my master teacher and all that other shit. That is just deceptions of this fucking realm. If it resonates for you, by all means, keep doing that shit. When you get tired of playing yourself apart, you sooner or later going to have to learn how to hold yourself together. 33 is a programming note in the human psyche of, holy shit, my thoughts are the most important thing. What did the thought already tell you? The thought already told you, I'm going to take all your fucking power. The thought said, I'm going to take all your power, and then the only thing you're going to see is me. You don't get to see you, Oshun. You don't get to see you. You get to give me all your energy. And what am I going to do? 2 plus 1, 3, pull you apart. And now you will try and find you in every experience that I get you to think. Every experience that I get you to think 3-5 or 5-3s. Take your time. Remember I told you 5 of any number is a fucking fatal infection. There's 5-3s. There's 5 thoughts. I can't get no safe space to think. Why can't you get no safe space to think? Because you haven't given safety to yourself. And in not giving safety to yourself, you don't realize that safety is a lie. Another thing I've been trying to tell y'all for a long time, Control-Alt-Delete. Doop. Now I'm in safe mode. Hi, Windows has entered into safe mode. Your computer is now 55% usable. There's a corrupted driver within, and until we can find a corrupted driver within, we're not going to let you use all of your ability. You still want safety? You in safe mode. Something can easily trigger you because you ain't fixed the corrupted driver within. You ain't fixed the corrupted driver that keeps moving you, and you embrace the corruption within you, and you just want to be safe. I don't want to be safe. I want to be whole. I don't want to be safe. I want to be whole. And to be honest with you, that's a spell I just cast on myself. I don't want to be whole. Motherfucker, I am whole. You got to show me why I need to be in pieces. Speak it into existence and let it be. So that 14 will take you into this last number, 5. Holy shit, what did it just show you? The 5 already got you. The thought already has your 5. The thought already told you what 5 is. I'm telling you 5. Hey, get ready to go in a minute. 5 is the Hierophant, the teacher, the experience itself. But 5 is also the lesson. 5 is I'm going to manipulate you into moving so that you see more of me than you see of yourself. What does this government do? What does life in general do for us? It keeps us moving so much. The only thing we could do is support the same systems that we complain about. Man, why are we paying bills? I don't know, but I'm gonna clock in tomorrow. See the first aforementioned thing. We have every right and authority to break this fucking system, but all we do is keep voting for it and trying to find a way to make it work. That is self-sabotage and self-containment and motherfucking idiocracy. So 5, the lesson is movement. But we exist in a highly delusional state of manipulation that seeks manifestation of a safe space just to be. If you paid attention to that alphabet reading I did the other day, then you'll understand where I'm going. If you didn't, you motherfuckers will be all right. I'm tired of telling you the same shit over and over for year after year after year, and then watch y'all do the same shit and complain about the same shit over and over for year after year. That is why I say let your life tell your tale. You ain't got to pay attention to me, but if you ain't paying attention to where you done paid attention to the wrong shit, that's all on you. So the whole lesson is you keep trying to figure out how to be, which is delusion, if all you see, which is your consciousness, and it's just a bunch of A's, your awareness. But only in this case, it ain't awareness, it's asses. You just a bunch of asses out here. People say that shit all the time. Man, everybody an asshole out here. Why? Because they still pulling from some fucked up ass programming. But all you see is B's and C's and A's because you're too busy sucking the D. And D is dispersal. D is where you disperse your energy into everything. What did I tell you? The D is deceit. Dispersal. Pay more attention to what you've been taught to think than what you can become aware of. And here's the trap. What most people do, when you get tired of thinking the way you do, what you do? Go buy a book. Or go find somebody else and try and figure out their doctrine. Instead of sitting your punk ass down and be still and figure shit out for yourself. You go employ another trick of this motherfucking realm to get out of the tricks of this realm. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. If you are only going to move from one trap into another trap by bringing something from the other trap into the first trap, the only thing you did was trap yourself. You stabilized the trap. You understand that? You secured the trap if the only thing you're using is the trap. Well, I'm a Democrat next week, trap. Well, I'm a Republican next week, trap. Well, I'm an independent next week, trap. But I ain't never done nothing for me, trap. You stabilized the system. Stability. You stopped your ability to get free. Why? Because I only connected to what? 9. What already got me controlled. But holy shit, what's 2 plus 9? 11. Me in separation. And I say this almost every day. If you think you're going to find your wholeness by trying to use the system of separation, you're a fucking fool. I gotta go. Wholeness. Watch that shit.